Welcome to my channel Abuse Insights, where I create contents on abuse topics to include but not limited to childhood or domestic abuse.
Hey y'all doing? How y'all doing? I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm about to share with you a story. Some of you might have heard of this already, but I will still share it. And it really is to get some of you parents to understand how your children can be at risk and you don't even know it. It is very important that you parents monitor your children's activity online. If your child is young and you're giving them mobile phones, you need to see what's going on that phone. You need to do some checks, because this could have been your daughter and this could have been a real event. Now, what am I talking about? I will explain that shortly. I recently done a blog that was directing, to the issues in my country where child abuse is concerned, and this story just sort of highlight more the problem that we have in our country. I mean, when this story broke, there were different comments on different platforms, like, my God, look how I'm shame Jamaica. Another story about Jamaica, nothing good. But I'm one that is not ashamed. I am actually glad to see this article. I'm glad that he is caught, and I'm okay to see Jamaica printed on these front page articles showing this man's face. I'm gonna mix it up a bit, but aside from parents, women, a lot of you would leave your country and you'd come to Jamaica. Or it doesn't have to be a Jamaican, but this should also be a lesson to some of you. You travel for holiday, you meet a man, a friend may recommend a man to you, and you jump in with the man. You know nothing about the man. You have to stop. I have listened to Pastor Gina Jennings preach, and I have never heard a pastor encourages a woman, before you jump into marriage with a man or a woman, make sure you do a blood test. I might be going off course, but it all adds in together, because you don't know what that man or that woman is exposed to. Now, ladies, some of you would go to Jamaica. We've heard the stories. Social media is festive with these stories. The man is this, the man is that, and nobody wants to take responsibility. There was one case I listened, and the woman was saying that she met her husband. When she met her husband, she had traveled on holiday. Now listen to how we are bad. She traveled on holiday, and during the time of her travel, she was in a relationship. Well, the relationship wasn't going so well. But this is what happened. When she went to the poolside, to the resort, she got invited into the pool by a Jamaican guy. She was a bit tipsy. She said she was drinking. So obviously the alcohol played a role in this. So she went into the pool for a swim with the guy, and before you know it, they had sex. Yeah, sex, unprotected sex. Now, quick fast and forward. Before she left, the guy was pursuing her like, when can we meet again? And her response was, I'm not like that. I can't just know you and then assume we're a couple, even though they just had sex in the pool and they didn't know each other. And fast forward to what happened next. She left her boyfriend that she was in a relationship with when she met the guy. And then she pursued to marry this guy she had sex with on the first day she met him, even though she was under the influence. And the story wasn't good because it's pure bunch you get. You all need to know what you're taking up. I might have gone off course, but what I'm saying makes sense. When you travel and take these men in your life, some of these men, they are pedophiles. They trouble boys. They trouble girls. And some of you women, you do have teenage girls and teenage boys. But when you get all up in your feelings about loving a man, is as if you neglect, or should I say, you put the man first over your children, and he manipulates you to the point where he would start molesting your children. There are relationships now where stepfathers are sleeping with his stepdaughter. Facts. And these are men that some of you women just went and met on holiday, and this is your reason for being with this man. Oh, you're so nice. The sex is good and he treats me so well. Girl, he just talks so well and he cares about me. He checks upon me. He sent all these nice messages. Listen, I'm a-cappella-ing right now. Whatever that is to you. No script, no nothing. I'm just talking straight to you ladies. You gotta stop. You got to change the way how you go about finding a man to have a relationship with. You know, some of you have some good man and you think that the grass is greener, and you left and you go international. And I can tell that some of you are hurting because what these men and some of you women do to the other, it is shameful. Some of you are suffering in silence right now. Some of you are dying because you've made a huge mistake. I want you to listen to me. It's now 42 minutes past midnight almost. And I just want to talk to you right now. Ladies, you are to be very careful of the decisions that you're making. And men, if you guys end a relationship, give yourself some time. Get to know the next person you're going to be with. It is vital to do this, especially if you have young children in your life. If you have young children living with you, it is very important to make sure that you know this person to a certain degree before you jump and marry and take this man/woman into your home. Love at first sight? But you just meet a man for 1 week and the next thing is marriage? Have you not heard this song? Take time to know her. It's not an overnight thing. Take time. Take time. Take your time. Because that can help or prevent a whole heap of pain. I remember a story one lady shared on Unstoppable TV. Her real life story. She met this guy back home. Home for me is Jamaica. And they got married. And things were going well. And you know the whole shebang. Woman is in America or England or another country, traveling back to see the man, bring all the nice things, the nice clothes, send money and all these goody stuff. But there was a lot of things going on, lots of red flags, and she overlooked everything. She allowed the man to manipulate her, and she just brushed it off. Every time something happened, she brushed it off. And to wrap up her story, it was long. I think she took 3 days or 2 sessions to share with the audience. Excuse my English. And in the end, she ended up with a baby. She had a miscarriage before, but she ended up with a baby. As a single mother, I think she ended up with syphilis or gonorrhea. I don't remember which of them is curable, but it will never go away. And she ended up with a pharmacy. And when I say a pharmacy, she was a healthy young lady. And what that marriage did to her, she's popping over 10 pills 3 times a day. Either once or 3 times. I don't want to say for sure, but 10. She's on so many different medication. Her health is so bad, she can hardly do basic things and don't get exhausted. Without, I should say, getting exhausted. Yes, she's trying to piece her life back together. But ladies and men, sometimes you do have good men and women right where you are. Take time to find somebody, because you have to understand, when you're in a situation where you are in need, you will do anything. You will speak the nicest. You will behave the nicest. You will just put up with everything and just swallow it as if it's okay, because there is something to gain. If I'm the one who was in Jamaica and I met you and you're in the UK or another foreign country and I do need help and I didn't want to be in a relationship with you really, but I do want to travel abroad and get all the opportunity to travel and to have a better life, you could do me no wrong. It doesn't matter what you say, how you say it, how you act towards me, I would swallow it. I'm not that type of person. I'm just using it as an example. That when people are in situations and they do want better, they will pretend. Mind you, there are good people out there. There are some genuine folks out there. But you also have to choose wisely. My dad always say, try not to take up nobody worse than you, because your life is going to be very hard. Now, I'm going to use someone else's situation as an example. There was a nurse I heard of living here in the UK. She went to school, university. You know what it takes to be a nurse. Loads of studying. Long hours of this and sleepless nights. And she got her nice job at the end and things were good. So she left and she went to get her boyfriend in Jamaica. So she went and got a boyfriend with 0 interest to work. Now I'm going around in circles, it may sound. But when you take up a man and you decided to use money to start your relationship, so you're sending money every week, every 2 weeks, every month, where these individuals don't have to lift a finger. They just get up, dress nice, smell nice, look good, and they have money. When you take these individuals here with you, they do expect the same treatment. And this is the problem with a lot of you. When you take these men or these women, you expect them to break out of what they are used to and start working. And then the problem starts, because they're saying to you, I didn't bargain for this. Yeah? And then all the different things happen. Threat happen: if you don't work, I'll tell immigration about you, I will this, I will that. All these different things. So you have to make wise decisions. And now I'm going to take myself back to the first point I was trying to make. When you're trying to find someone to have a relationship with, someone you want to settle down with perhaps, 1 week, 1 month, a few weeks in a year cannot determine that relationship or the life of that relationship. I don't care who wants to say yes or no. Long distance relationship ain't easy. When the body calls for what the body wants, the body is going to go for it. Long distance relationship, if you don't have the strength to deal with it, don't go there. All right. So parents, I'm coming back to you. If you have young children living with, and you decide to meet a man and you want to file for him to come live with you, be very careful, because you don't know what you're taking up into your life. Now, ladies, I want to share with you this article now. This brother, 31 years old, young, nice looking guy, attractive guy. And you would meet this brother and think, oh, this guy is perfect for my life. But before I get into that story, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had to go and meet or to wait on a partner, someone you've been dating, and you decide you're going to meet that person? Can you remember the feelings that you had, the butterflies, those memories, those thoughts? Boy, when I see him or when I see her, I can't wait, man. Jesus, I'm going to hug her. I'm going to kiss him so well. I can't wait to embrace. That sort of feeling, have you ever experienced it? No, I have experienced this sort of feeling. And it was just crazy. Now, not long back, a couple years back, I was going to meet with my ex. And we started planning the day, where we're going to meet, the whole shebang. So I started to fix myself up, fix the place up, packing my stuff, all the preparation. And each day, just to think about it, it was so beautiful. There are just so many things. The moments you just keep imagining, when I see him, when I see her, it's gonna be so nice. I can't wait to, and he's sending all these lovey-dovey text messages. I can't wait to see you. I miss you so much. And finally, the day comes. So, imagine this. A 31-year-old man doing all these chats and texts and all these sex texting and all these 31 years old, a Jamaican man. So I'm gonna turn my face around a little bit. So this is from the Loop, Jamaica Loop. Jamaican man has been charged for soliciting a minor for sex after allegedly messaging an undercover in Florida Department of Law Enforcement. After he allegedly messaged undercover Florida Department of Law Enforcement, that's FDLE agents. This young man, 31 years old, has been charged with 1 count of traveling to meet a minor to engage in sexual conduct, 7 counts of transmission of harmful material to minors, and 1 count of using a two-way communication device to facilitate a felony, according to an FDLE press release. the same department began its investigation in August when this man, Samuels, initiated online contacted with undercover agents posing as a 14-year-old female. Do you hear that? He didn't know he was speaking to an agent, but what he knew for sure is that he was speaking to a 14-year-old child. 14-year-old child. This could be your daughter. And this is why I'm saying you need to see what is going on with your child, because I'm sure this big ass man did not declare to this 14-year-old that he is 31 years old. I'm pretty sure he was posing to be another 14-year-old. Then again, how would a 14-year-old leave another country to travel to another country? So he must be saying he's in somewhere. He must be saying he is located somewhere in the USA, right? Maybe her neighbor or something in another town not far from where this young 14-year-old, alleged 14-year-old, because it wasn't a 14-year-old, it was an agency behind the whole thing. So it also said using a common messaging application, I think that they're talking about mobile, he sent lewd photos of himself. Lewd, I would think that's like naked photos. Nude, it's not nude it says, but nude photos, I'm gonna say, of himself, and arranged to travel to meet the agent who he thought was the 14-year-old. Samuels is currently being held in Escambia County Jail. Escambia County Jail, I think that's how it's pronounced. It's Escambia County Jail without bond, according to jail records. So all the charges against Samuel are all illegal in Jamaica as well. So that's the short article of this man's story. But just imagine, 14-year-old. What was this big ass 31-year-old man was gonna do with a 14-year-old child? What was he gonna do with a Now, this is America, and this you see how much people are suffering and would like an opportunity to travel to another country to work. Forget about relationship, but to work. And this man, he is fortunate to have a US visa, and oh no, he's not thinking of going there to work, but to have sex with a 14-year-old child. Now, I'm sure this man is in a relationship with somebody. I am so sure. And I now have to wonder, if he was willing to travel all the way to America to see a 14-year-old child, how many other children in Jamaica are his victims? You can't tell me that this man only just get up today and decide, I want to go to America to molest a 14-year-old. Oh no. He must have molested a number of children in Jamaica, in and around Jamaica, in his community already. But I hope that this right here will open the eyes of many of you people, because you are being naive to the problem, to the issue that is plaguing in our island. Child abuse is no joke. There are a lot of pedophiles in our Jamaica. Pedophiles are in many of our families because we know about things and we are refusing to bring it to light. What we do is we cover up for our brothers. We cover up for our fathers. We cover up for our uncles. Some of you fathers are your partner. I'm going to share a lady's story, but my God, I need strength because of how her father did her. And I know it's not strange. It is still happening today. Parents know about these things. Some of you brothers are raping your own nieces, and you all keep it hush hush because you don't want to lift the lid to expose your family name. But there's always a saying, whatever is hidden in the dark will come to light. I just want to get this off my chest today. And that is why I just talk it off. I just wanted to get this off my chest today. And I do hope that someone is paying attention. Be very careful of the man who you bring into your life. Be very careful of the man you bring around your children. Women just the same, because some women are also molesters of children. Oh yeah. Now this is my video for today. Do have a wonderful day, guys. I'll come to you again with more constructive contents, but this is no foolish contents. This is real. Open your eyes and pay attention to what is going on, because if you refuse to, it could be happening right under your nose. Bless up yourself. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video if you so choose, and let's discuss this topic some more. Stay blessed. Thank you for listening.